Hi everyone, this is Lomi, and today I'm addressing a question that's really common among people new to doll customization. How do I properly seal a doll for a face-up? Today I'll do a quick demonstration and explain as much as I can about the process of spraying sealant. First, we'll look at what you need to spray any kind of sealant on a doll. The most important thing on the list is a NIOSH-approved respirator that is rated OVP 95 or higher. This stands for Organic Vapor and Particulate, and it filters both paint fumes and dust. This is the most important part of any face-up kit. These sealants can be very detrimental to your health, so don't skimp on your protection. Then you'll need a BJD-friendly matte sealant. There are so many brands and types of sealant that can be used that I'll devote a whole video to that subject in the future. You'll need a piece of clean cardboard or paper to lay the doll's head on while you seal it. You'll want gloves for handling the doll, as the oils on your hands can affect how the sealant goes on. Last of all is something to cover your doll with as it dries. This isn't necessary, but can help a lot. The weather is the most important factor in getting a good finish. For this demonstration, it's about 85 degrees Fahrenheit and the humidity is about 50%. Different sealants tolerate different amounts of humidity, but generally speaking, it should be around or below 50% humidity. The doll's head is upside down on a piece of cardboard from a cereal box, and I've shaken the can of sealant until I can no longer feel resistance in the way the ball moves inside the can. This means the sealant is thoroughly mixed and ready to use. Holding the can about 18 inches or 45 centimeters away from the doll's head, I start the spray aiming away from the doll's head. It's hard to see in the video, but I begin the spray here, at the edge of the cardboard, and draw the spray across the doll's head. Do several short passes from different angles, beginning and ending your spray off the doll. This will reduce the chance of the sealant splattering. If you've done it correctly, you won't see any difference in your doll's appearance. It will not look wet, and there will be no change in color. Cover your doll to keep dust or dirt away, and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes for the sealant to dry completely. You'll want to coat your doll 2 or 3 times before beginning a face-up, to be sure it's completely coated. Once you start adding paint and pastel color, you'll seal each layer exactly the same way. If your doll has been sealed correctly, it will have a smooth, matte finish and the texture should feel similar to an eggshell. If your layers are too heavy, your doll may have frost or haze, or it may look slightly shiny. It's normal to see some texture, but too much texture can look like grains of sugar, and that usually indicates the weather was too hot or too humid when you sprayed. On close inspection, I see there's a speck of white dust in the sealant on this doll's cheek. Using the tip of a fine needle, I carefully lift the speck out. Be sure to use a picking or lifting motion instead of scraping, which can leave white marks in the sealant itself. Now this doll is ready to paint. Once you're more experienced with spraying sealant, you may find it faster and easier to spray while holding the doll. I usually seal this way, as it lets me save sealant by using shorter strokes, and I can also turn the doll every direction to make sure all the nooks and crannies are covered. It's important to make sure you wear gloves for this, and hold the doll at arm's length, because you don't want the sealant getting on your skin. I also find I'm less likely to have dust settle in the sealant if I'm moving and rotating the doll's head as I spray. The results you get from this method should look the same as if you lay the head down before spraying. In this close-up, I've enhanced the contrast just enough to make the texture visible. There are a few places, such as around the nose and mouth, where overspray left a slightly powdery look. This is usually just dust on the surface. If you're worried about it, try using a clean, dry paintbrush to dust off any particles like these before beginning your face-up. They shouldn't stick, but if they don't come off, you can gently brush the doll with a magic eraser sponge, and then seal again. Following this method, you should be able to get a smooth, perfect sealant finish every time. Because it's such a common topic, I'll be addressing information about different sealants and their weather tolerance soon. Until then, take care, and thank you for watching. Bye.